Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salam. Hayya ala salam. Hayya ala falah. Hayya ala falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah.
لا إله إلا الله رسول الله.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه. نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. قال الله تعالى في كتاب المجيد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط. Okay, brothers and sisters, I want to talk about a subject that's very, 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 very dear to my heart. It's community, and how faith and community they're intertangled. It's not separate. We live in a part of the world where they've made us separate faith and community. This has affected us greatly, and affected us not in a good way, in a bad way. So this ayah of the Quran is it's like a general injunction to the people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to the people at that time and what they were going through. And it's beautiful to look at because of what we go through on a daily, on an hourly basis, by the minute. Oppression. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the prescription for these society ails, and we suffer from it greatly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا رَسُولَنَا بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ. Indeed, I have sent to you all messengers, بِالْبَيِّنَاتِ, with clear evidence. وَأَنزَلْنَا مَعَهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْمِيزَانَ. And I revealed to you a book that is mizan. Mizan is like they use it for like scales in Arabic. So you know it's balanced. It's not too much over here. It's not too much over there. وَالْإِيمَانَ لِيَقُومَ النَّاسَ بِالْقِسْطِ. And this is the faith for the people, for an-nas, for everybody, bil-qist, and justice. It's come from a word like qasad. So like the word qasad, I'm not an expert on Arabic, but as far as my studies have taken me, the word qasad is like something like you cut something down the middle. It's like it's clear cut, basically. That's the word I'm looking for. It's clear cut, qasad. So the first three things that we have to look at, because dealing with this topic of community, everybody has a say, everybody has had a say throughout history. especially throughout our history. Everybody has had a say. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came and gave the saying, he gave the word on how it all should go. So this is the evidence. So I know every time communities start to come together and build or sustain whatever the condition of the community, everybody's like, we gotta ask the president, and then the president gotta check with the cabinet, and he has to check with the governors. We got this whole elaborate check system that we use, that we made. We're not using the check system that Allah gave us. And he just told us right here inside in this book that we all in this room love so much, and so many people in the world who are not Muslim respect. So the first thing, as evidence, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirmed that he sent messengers. So nobody can say they don't know. Maybe they haven't confronted the Quran yet, but it's here, and it's very, very loud. We're the largest religious group, religious organization in the world, in the history of the world. We've seen nothing like Islam. When you look at history, I'm a huge history fan, and when you look at history, you have seen nothing like Islam. Nothing, not the Romans, not the Greeks, not the Persians, the ancient Egyptians. That's the thing now with Facebook and stuff. Everybody's like, oh, we're the original Egyptians and so on and so forth. They didn't accomplish what Muhammad and his companions and his friends, they didn't accomplish what they accomplished. And the evidence is that whatever it is that they believed 1 billion years ago in Egypt, and they did the pyramids and nobody could figure it out, they did it with their minds and all that stuff, it didn't leave Egypt. It never even passed through the African continent, let alone the entire world. And it's amazing that how Muhammad ibn Abdullah came, and he never even left his continent. Never, or not continent, but excuse me, where he from, Mecca and Medina, he never left. And what he taught and what he left behind, the whole world joined. The entire world. All the known superpowers at the time, all the Russias, all the Europes, and America didn't even exist at the time. But this is the son of America here, this is the son of Europe, America. So you can group them all together. And they haven't even accomplished it. They got missiles that can. They got a missile this big that they can send it to the sky and blow up this whole world and the whole universe. They got that kind of power, and still the influence here is rejected or not wholly accepted like Islam was. So the Islam is here, very loud, very clear. It's here. The second evidence from this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that he sent guidance for everybody in the book. So when everybody's saying, hey, we got the Constitution, we got the Bill of Particulars, we got the bylaws at the masjid, we got everybody coming up with their idea. If the ideas are not based on what Allah and His Messenger said, they're not ideas. That is what are we doing? This is some opinion, and it's your opinion. And we value our own opinions, and out of a struggle with our own egos, we value our own opinion. And everybody sees it one kind of way, and other people see it another kind of way. It gets weird, as we all know. It gets really weird. So Allah erased that burden for us. And then lastly, He said that this is guidance for this book and those messengers. They are for the Yaqumun Nas. They are for everybody. Everybody. The whole entire world. Islam is unique in that respect, in that form, and in that fashion. Our friends in faith, their books, their revelations, their ideologies, their ideas about the world, their ideas about community, their ideas about justice, everything that we have dealing with community is for that community. It's not for everybody. And we know we all friends and family that belong to our neighboring religions. We all got friends and family that belong to it, so we know about it. We know how they feel, we know how they think, and so forth. So even if you're not a Muslim, these principles are universal. They are 100% universal. It's a prescription for mankind. That's what Allah said inside His book. What is the evidence? This is gonna go into my point. This is the evidence. How did Islam spread from the dirt, literally the dirt, the sand in Arabia? Some poor people in Arabia. That's what Islam is. They didn't have jets, they didn't have Wi-Fi, they didn't have computers, they didn't have a good Facebook following, a good Instagram following. Those people who got all this technology and all this knowledge and all this stuff, they still could not even accomplish what Muhammad and his companions accomplished at all. Alayhi salatu wasalam. So us as Muslims, we should take great pride in this. Phenomenal pride in this. Allah Ta'ala said inside the Quran that we are the best of communities. Allah said, Khayra Ummah, you are the best community. I think we didn't got away from that a little bit. I don't want nobody to jump me after the Kutbah, so. A little bit, me included. So my point is, let's everybody has an obligation, first and foremost, to themselves, to their family, and then ultimately to the community. That's the structure. You give yourself hidayah, you give yourself guidance, you give yourself structure, you give yourself discipline, and inshallah, you meet a woman, or a woman meets a man, actually do the same thing, and y'all live in union and have a family, and you set your family up on this. You can't lose. It's not going to be easy. Nothing is easy. Not being a Muslim, not being a believer, it's not easy. I've been there before. I don't know about a lot of brothers and sisters here, but I'm telling you from experience, that was harder than being a Muslim. I was a non-Muslim with enough money from the wrong reasons, and that was hard. That was really hard. I had no friends. The family I thought I had, my family existed, but who was I to my family? I was for myself, and I had this money from whatever it was that I was doing, and that was for me. It wasn't for nobody else. That whole mentality is built on greed. So my family didn't value me because I could have been some type of help, and I wasn't. So I didn't have family. The friends that I had around me, all of them gone except for one. Me and him been rocking since day one. And alhamdulillah, he's in this room. Alhamdulillah, we've been around the corner together. After I talk about Imam Ilyas, they used to walk around giving out pamphlets, and amazingly, this is maybe 15 years ago, we got a pamphlet from him on the block around the corner. And we was there together, now we here together, we in this room together, alhamdulillah. So, there was no value inside of not following the precepts of guidance in Islam. I've been there, done that. It wasn't fun, it crashed, and the people that know me know what the crash was, so it wasn't fun. So you can't lose. You have absolutely nothing to lose. We have absolutely nothing to lose if we follow follow the message of what he did, follow the book, what it says, and then, like Allah Ta'ala said, and then he put it in order. Nothing that Allah did inside of the Quran was sporadic. Nothing, none of it like we do. Like, oh, I had this thought, and then you write it down. Oh, I had this thought, and you write it down, and it's not even in order. Or a lot of the stuff, like the books that we read from great scholars from all different backgrounds, it's stuff might not even have been in order, in a precise order, in a mathematical order, in a perfectly calculated order. But what Allah did in the side of the Quran, it is. And so look at the like we say, the reveal, the revelation. Each verse, we call it an ayat. Everybody, I don't know if anybody knows in this room, but we say ayat, and then we loosely translate that word for verse. Ayat does not mean verse. It does not mean that. Ayat means revelation. Each verse was a revelation. That's significant. It's not a verse. It's an ayat. That's a revelation. It's a miracle. Literally. When Allah took his personal time, and it said, I love my creation, I'm going to help them. Allah didn't have to help us, and He doesn't. And we don't earn it at all. We don't deserve to Allah to continuously be pumping our hearts for what we've done, for what we do on a daily basis. I don't care if you're the best Muslim, you're the biggest sheikh, the biggest imam, like they say, you'll all fall short of the glory. We all will. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looked at His creation and has so much mercy that He gave us revelation, gave us ayat, revelation, not a verse. Don't say verse. They have the book called the Satanic Verses. They got a book called Satanic Verses. So it's not a verse, it's ayat. It's revelation. That's significant. We should look at that and be like, hold up. And then you chose to be Muslim. We chose to be Muslim. A lot of us chose to be Muslim. A lot of us were born Muslim. And sustain that choice that our parents made for us. We should be so proud of that. So proud of that. Proud to the point that we should not look down on our friends inside of the community. We should look at them and say, hey, listen, we got something, we're gonna help. We're gonna help. This is what we were charged with as Muslims. So with that being said, everybody has an obligation. And like I said, you gotta take care of yourself, take care of your family, then the community as a whole. Which is, I'm gonna jump back to my point. I got away from it a little bit, but I chose community to speak about because we've ignored it a little bit, and we're in a lot of trouble since we've ignored it. Somehow we've been tricked into believing, like what do they say? To each his own. Na'udhu billah. Na'udhu billah. What if Muhammad, as much benefit as any of you ever got from Islam, what if Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam, the prophet, what if he believed to each his own? We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have peace inside our lives, which is the ultimate goal in life. We wouldn't have any of that. So we can get rid of that. Whether we've been victim of somebody and some people that we have who believe to each his own, we don't reciprocate that. Don't get rid of that mentality. That's not what Muslims, the believers, that's not what we do. That's not what we're here for. We're here for each other. And the guidance and the benefit that you can give yourself can only go so far. It'll get to the point where you have to give it away. Why? Why? Because you live with other people. And if those other people, if something wrong with them, they're gonna charge you with that. So much so, if you go down the street and if your chain hanging out a little bit too much, and you see somebody who's having tough times, they're gonna come oppress you. That's going to happen. It is happening. Na'udhu billah, we just had the national holiday Christmas. 3 people got shot in this city. One of them was not too far away from a kid got shot. A kid. This is supposed to be a day of family, rejoicing. Y'all know what Christmas is. Somebody got shot. A kid. And this is happening in particular parts of the world. And that's my point. It's happening in the country that we live in. We live in a country within a country. Everything is not peaches and cream. It's not happy-go-lucky. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Mine's first and foremost, I don't want to waste any of that time pretending that's what it is, because it's not. And we know. So since we have neglected that communal effort that we are obliged to, the community got away from us. The community turned on us. There was a point in history that I read about, I wasn't part of it. There's some brothers in this room who was a part of this history, and it's, alhamdulillah, we get to be in the same room with these brothers. When, y'all know the times, y'all know the stories, when the brothers, Martin's following, Elijah Muhammad's following, the Black Panthers, so on and so forth. Brothers, they were worried about the community. And drugs couldn't get in the community. They were together. They were, making schools together, feeding each other, living in each other's homes. A lot of brothers didn't have money or had a family, and now we like, oh, he can't come in here. Nah. And look what's going on. Now the government, the people, Allah bless our government, but I have to say that. Now they got him. Now they got him. So who are you? You ain't nobody to them. You don't help them. You don't feed them. You don't clothe them. The government do. The government don't know them. Don't know their names. It's a file. It's a piece of paper. They look on here and say, okay, Abdullah, all right, give him $5,000 a month. That's how much no, excuse me, that's wrong. Give me $1,000 a month, and he figure it out. So yeah, that person, those people, everybody, he belongs to somebody's family. He probably 99% of the time he has his own family. She has her own family. That's gonna create a natural enmity inside of their heart. They ain't gonna care about you, or nothing you doing, or nothing you talking about. And this is our family. That's what community is. Community is an extension of your family. That's what it's supposed. Matter of fact, that ain't what it's supposed to be. That's what it is. But who is our extended family? We have turned into killers, robbers, rapists, warmongers, to the point where we're not safe. It's not safe. Huge problem. Just about everybody in this room has kids, or is gonna have a kid, or has a kid on the way. It is, wallahi, I look at little Issa, and I get scared sometimes and wonder, man, I don't know if I should have had another kid. Not because we can't feed them, we can't clothe them, we can't house them. I'm terrified what he's gonna be confronted with when he leaves the house. Everybody, I done had Muslim brothers, older Muslim brothers, tell me, oh, my brother, it's you and your family, just worry about you and your family. I knew that was wrong. Because by the time I had heard that, it was already too late. Somebody else believed that, a bunch of people started believing that, the community was what it is, and my mom I never seen my mom use any drugs, I never seen her drink, she don't even smoke a cigarette, and we went to church regularly. We ain't had no madness inside our home. I didn't see men coming in and out of the home. None of that. May Allah Ta'ala help the people who are experiencing that. But as soon as I walked out that door, around the corner, I seen all of this. And then I'm confronted with, look, check this out. Look, you can do this and you can get that. And then my mom was like, I'll go down there and pick up, back in them days, you had milk crates and stuff. Go help people with the milk crates and help the old lady with a car. I'm like, man, I don't want no change. I want some money. Then, the Jordans come out. And I wasn't worried about no Jordan. I could play basketball better than anybody, most of the people who wore the Jordans. I didn't care about none of that, but when I go to school, now I get treated bad because I don't have no Jordans. I don't have no Nikes or whatever the stuff that people like and what they do. This is the result. And then all this stuff built that enmity up inside of me and turned me into a little gangster, a little criminal. This is what we see on a daily basis. This is what we are being confronted, this is what we have been confronted with. And we haven't pushed back much. Like I said, the elder brothers, they had it going on. We came up under attack. This part of the country, this part of the world, we came up under attack. And, they decimated us. We didn't reassemble. And I believe strongly, forget that. Forget my belief. We have to reassemble. We have to. Kids are dying. This is what's important. This is what's important. Sorry, this ain't the average Kutbah. Pray, fast on Ramadan. Say salam alaikum. I said it. So let's get to the meat on the bones. Let's get to the meat on the bones. We have to take responsibility. people that's in this room, be hearing this, I'm charging you. Sorry, I'm charging you. From this point on, we gotta, it's time to tighten it up. We have teenage daughters and granddaughters. Na'udhu-billah, y'all see what's on the internet. Every single day, I gotta look at my teenage daughter in the face and explain to her or argue with her. I gotta debate with her, them, why they shouldn't be doing what they see on the internet. And I can, this is what I do. I could sit there and break it from every point, from every angle, and we can, math, the science, the history, we can go and the children will sit there and look at you and they have that same exact thought, what I just said with my mom. And they gonna walk straight out that door to an unsafe place. The Muslim community, like I said, Allah Ta'ala said, we're the best community. We not wearing that. These buildings that's out here, a lot of these buildings should be Muslim owned. I'm gonna jump out there and say that. Our presence should be heavy in society to the point where people should be like, you know what, the brothers in them, they'll feed me. The brothers in them, the brothers and the sisters, they'll feed me. The brothers and the sisters, they have clothes. Now, what's the conversation? Oh, if you go down to St. Mary's, they got boxes of food, they got clothes. Alhamdulillah. May Allah Ta'ala reward St. Mary's and St. John's and all of them. They doing their part. But we got the juice that can take it to the next level. They don't, no other community, I'm gonna brag about that. No other community don't have that juice. They've had it. They got the juice right now. Look at what's going on. It ain't working. We gotta change it up. Look what happened in the time. This is Sunnah. I don't want everybody to be like, oh, the brother talking that black stuff. Listen, this the Sunnah. This the Sunnah. What did the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, what did he do? Come on. Everybody say, they on deen. Everybody's saying that. But are you really on deen? Allah Ta'ala said inside the Quran. He told Muhammad, go tell the people. If you truly believe, fattabi'uni. Follow me. So let's follow the Prophet. Let's look past. We all know we gotta pray. Okay, Prophet prayed, Prophet read Quran, Prophet wore a jalabiyah, Prophet wore a turban, wore a kufi, wore a beard. Let's look past that. We there. We did that. Alhamdulillah. May Allah reward everybody. What else did the Prophet do? He went to his folks. He went and spoke to his folks. He went and spoke to his people. That's the first stuff you start learning. When you look at the Prophet's life, that's the first stuff you start to learn. That's at the beginning of all those seerah, the biography of the Prophet. That's at the beginning. Before they get you into all the wars, all the brothers that do karate around here and stuff. Before you get to that part in that book, before they fought wars and had money to go and they ruled from this son to that son, before you get to that part, the first thing Allah told the Prophet ﷺ to do was to go to his folks, go to his people. Tell them what I'm telling you. That's what Allah said do. We ain't doing that. We hiding inside our house. We to each his own. My family and alhamdulillah, brother, so I'm living, man, Allah reward you. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. We gotta go to our people. And look at the evidence of that. And look at the similarities. Okay, yes, they were Arab. We didn't share the same nationality. No. But we shared the same existence. Humans. Look what they were going through. Had the same exact problems that we had. They were womanizers. Allah knows this community is womanizers. Not this community, but where we live. This part of the world where we live. Womanizers, murderers, robbers, the companions of the Prophet. The people who ended up ruling the whole entire world with faith. Not with a sword, and not with bombs and all of that, with good character, good akhlaq. This is what happened. Those kind of people. Wallahi, if you look at the seerah of the Prophet and you look at the companions, they had women. Them dudes was players. They had 20 women. That's when the polygyny ayah came and said, just take 4. But Allah says it's best that you take one and throw that in there. Right out. But they had 20 women and didn't care nothing about one of them. Except for what they was gonna get from their business. They changed. We ain't got nothing, we really don't have nothing on them. Them dudes, literally, there's stories in the companions of the prophet where they had their stick and their sword and they seen a woman that was cute or whatever, and she was with her dude, he knocked the dude across the head, dragged the woman by her hair, and you mine now, you live here. We ain't doing that. Come on, they changed. A few of the brothers that went and conquered the world, that was fighting these valiant battles and stuff, they was highway robbers. Look at all the jack boys we got in the city. Look at all the jack boys. They stealing cars, they stealing everything. So it ain't that it can't be done. And my point, this is the Sunnah. This is where we live. We share this special piece of the planet. And everybody who shares their special piece of the planet, to some degree, they don't. Look at the brothers in Afghanistan, look at the brothers in India, the brothers in Africa. They all used to be and do something else before they became Muslim. They got problems. They ain't got problems like we got problems. Not to my belief. At least, we look down sometimes. We're like, I don't want to live in no cave. I don't want to do that. Ain't nobody repossessing no cave. I'm gonna tell you that. That's theirs. You go to your big old nice palace in Westchester. They miss a payment to see if they don't be at your door for you and your family. So that drive you crazy, and it does drive us crazy. We run out here every single day for our 9 to 5, our 9 to 6, and our 9 to 8, and our 9 to 9, and all that. You got work, and you gone crazy. Ain't no time for all that. And we can learn something from the brothers in Africa, the brothers in Afghanistan, the brothers in India, the brothers in Pakistan. Yeah, they got some other issues too, and they dealing with it. They got some wars and all that stuff. Don't be scared of that. That's life. We got a war. We got a war. You say the wrong thing to one of these young dudes, you're gonna wish you was in Afghanistan. That's why I tell a lot of people, don't talk to me about no Al-Qaeda, don't talk to me about no ISIS or none of that stuff. Let's talk about the Bloods and the Crips around the corner. Talk about that. Ain't no ISIS in no hood. Ain't no ISIS around here. Ain't no Al-Qaeda around here. They couldn't come here. For sure. They wouldn't survive around the corner. They would not. This is a problem. We're not dealing with this problem. I don't have all the answers. I know that though. That we have to collectively, we have to commune, jump on what it is that we say that we own, this deen, Islam. We need to get on that and come together and become a safe haven for the community. Alhamdulillah, I could have been, saved. There was a safe. Matter of fact, I was saved. The brother Imam Ilyas, he planted the seed. It's a crazy, wild, crazy story. So alhamdulillah, he planted the seed. They was walking up and down the street. We was doing the do, and they came and talked to us for a second, and they gave us a pamphlet. And at that moment, I knew. I was like, I'm gonna check this out sooner or later. I'm talking about we was in it. We planted a seed, but it's more has to be done. And him and other good brothers who help him and help brothers like them, they can't do it all. That's what a community is about. That's what money, we got to get the money together. We got to get the businesses, the resources. We got to take care of each other. This is what the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu did. When they left Mecca, when Mecca was too hard for them and they was threatening their lives and stuff, Allah said, go to Medina. They went to Medina. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, they left family, everything. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu said, you and y'all brothers. Y'all cool with that? Cool. And they wrote a contract. That's his brother. You and y'all sisters. You take care of the sisters. You gonna watch out for her. You gonna watch out for our family. And they got together, got rocks. They went in the woods, chopped down trees, and they literally built a community. We got all this money. They went in the woods and grabbed rocks, trees, sticks, palm stones. I was looking at my wife the other day was looking at how one of the houses in the masajid were made out of like brick mud and stuff. In the Prophet's time, one of them was the Prophet's first masjid. They did it with without all of the resources and the tools and access to tools and resources that we have. It can be done. It should be done and has to be done. And we have to be worried about it. If we don't worry about it, you're gonna lose your children. You're gonna be all right, but you're gonna be dealing with that thing that we all deal with, all the way around the board. The Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and his family, his companions, they stressed family, they stressed lineage, they stressed that. There's knowledge inside of that stuff. There's knowledge inside of that. What is the knowledge? Reality. What we see today. Your daughter, you say, you're a president, or you're gonna make her do this, make her do that, or whatever. She go outside, here comes some slick dude. He look like how he look, she look like how she look. Now what we dealing with? It's in your home. It's in your house. It's threatening your existence. And ain't not one of us gonna look at our family, even though they're not doing what we would like them to be doing. Not one of us gonna look at them and be like, nah. No matter what, that's your family, that's your blood. You see you inside of your family. So it's nothing that we can run away from. It's something that we have to deal with. We have to create a safe society, a safe community, but not on the basis of our opinions. We got to look at what Allah and His Messenger said and did, and make our best effort at doing that. It ain't hard. We can do it. I am nowhere near the sharpest knife in the drawer. Alhamdulillah, I've been able to do it. Been able to get away from the shaitani way. I've been able to get away from it and protect myself, protect my family, establish it. Now that they're gonna grow and they're gonna test the water. We all know that. But they have to have a home, not a building. They have to have a safe haven for their soul. They have to know, that I can go right here and take a drink of this and I'm gonna be all right. We don't have that established yet. That's why the society has run away from us. Now we something else. We strangers. I'm not a stranger. I still talk to my guys that's in the hood, that's doing the do. I still talk to them. I still kick it with them. I hang with them. I talk to them. Sometimes I visit their houses on Christmas. They visit my house on Christmas. Not for Christmas, but for family. And and then we got people, oh, brother, hold on, brother, no. Let me tell you right now. It don't say nowhere in the Quran, do not do Christmas. It don't say that. Now, I ain't saying that that's something good. I ain't saying that. But I'm saying what's halal and haram, what you cannot do and what you can do is listed in detail in the Quran and in the Sunnah and the Hadith Quds. That's it. So we can stop that. My family, their holiday of Thanksgiving, they came. Oh, this is the first. Well, the last time I seen my family, I went away for a little bit. Last time I seen my family, they kicked me out of Thanksgiving. Get out of here with that. And then they called me out of nowhere. I didn't know what was going on. They called me, oh yeah, we come to your house for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna tell them no. First and foremost, y'all see y'all Muslims and y'all follow Sunnah, you can't go away from an invitation. And you gotta be a host and you gotta be a guest, you can't go away from that. Alhamdulillah. They came to the house, they seen my wife in hijab, they seen us pray, they see my beard, they see my kufi. They see our mannerisms. They see how we behave with each other. They see how the children, alhamdulillah, they learning. Now they learning. Now I'm helping my family. Allah, we talk about Islam. We talk about Islam. Now, if I was just like, oh man, nah, all them dudes and them Christians, oh no. If I was like that, they wouldn't have came, they wouldn't have seen it. None of that. Now they call me for advice. A Muslim. They call, brother, what do you, hey, you know what? My uncles who raised me, I'm nobody. I'm a kid to them. Literally, I'm a kid to the elders that's in here. But since we have the Sunnah, look at the Prophet Muhammad. Look at what he did. He ate with the Jews. He ate with the Christians. He ate with people who were atheists. He ate with them so that they could see his face. so that they can feel the warmth of Nur, the warmth of the light. That's what we gotta do. We strangers. We hidden. We like, oh no, we ain't doing that over there, and they doing this and they doing that. Well, whatever has been attacking us, this part of the world, this special part of the world, whatever has been attacking us, it's attacking the Jews, the Christians, the atheists, the Muslims. It's attacking all of us. And I'm here to say we the ones got the Jews. We got the key. We got the key. Everybody else had the key. They had the juice. I'm 35. For as long as I've been alive, somebody else had the key. Somebody else had the juice. And we see what's going on. We see what's going on. So it's our turn. Let's get in here. Let's get in this fight. If we don't do what we've been commanded to do, like you seen what Allah said, I gave the messengers, I gave the book, and I gave for all of y'all, the Yahuma Nas. In Arabic, that means the column, that's people, that's communities. Nas, that's humans. Humans, everybody. Not just for Muslims, but everybody. We need to chip in on this. And if y'all want to go, I put together some statistics and all of that. I don't even know if I want to. I know y'all feel what's going on, but you know, just for sure, the average median income, the amount of money that it takes to survive in America is about $61,000 a year. It's about that much. On average, where we live at, where you live at, we're about $20,000 short of that. So before you even jump in the race, you $20,000 in debt. Excuse me, you $50,000 in debt. Because another statistic says that, you know, where we live, the special part of place where Allah trusted us to be, your community where you live at, we all on average carry about $30,000 of debt. So we $50,000 in the rear before we even start the race. How could a brother not want to sell dope to feed his family? How could a brother not want to rob somebody or rob a bank or rob something to feed his family? You know, the Sunnah. If y'all know the Sunnah, y'all know that Omar, the Prophet ﷺ's third closest companion, it was a famine. It was a drought. And a brother stole, a Muslim stole, not somebody else. A Muslim stole something. The brothers beat him up. They got him all the way together and drug him in Umar. I was like, I know Umar's going to take it. He going to get you for real. You done. They drug him in Umar. And Umar about chopped their heads off for touching him. He said it's a drought. It's a famine. Ain't no food. What you expect him to do? And they commanded him to take him back and feed him. Not doing that. We sitting on the porch like, look at the boys out there. What they, look at them. Look at that girl got. Ooh, look what she done wore. Ooh. Wallahi, me and my wife, we go knock on doors. And the kids gonna be kids. They go out and play and do what they do. We go outside. Hey. We're cussing like that. Some boy jumped on our car in the summertime. We asked kids, where you live at? Some kids got together, they ready to fight. They're like, ooh, we gotta get it. So we go around the corner, they show where we live. We knock on the door, we talk to them. Yeah, they're my brothers, they're my sisters, they're my cousins, they're my family. We talk to them. The daddy was drunk as I don't know what, on the stoop. The mama was doing what mamas do nowadays. Right when we pulled up, a lot. And the first thing that they said, where he at? Where he at right now? They was gonna get the boy. That's, you know, we gotta step in. I'm an example or we're an example or nothing, but you know, this is what we gotta do. We gotta hold each other accountable. We gotta put our face on this fight. We gotta get in it. We gotta get in it a lot more so that all this stuff can stop. Once we establish ourselves, and I ain't talking about going out making everybody become Muslim. I ain't talking about that. That's not gonna happen. But what I am talking about is, you know, digging a hole, put some roots in the ground. Excuse me. Roots are already in the ground. Our elders put the roots in the ground. It's time to water those trees that they planted 50 years ago. It's time to water them them trees. Once we water our trees enough, the community gonna ride past and be like, man, it's an orchid over there. We at the gate, we working on it. We working in it, excuse me. Brother, excuse me, brother. Listen, cold hard gangsters, when they see me, hey, brother. They don't call me all those other words, none of that. Hey, brother, good brother. They see it. When we go to the corner store, they be like, hey, brother, can you go in there and buy me a cigarette? Brother, I don't believe in smoking a cigarette. I don't believe in drinking. Oh, okay, my bad. And some of them that have been to the joint, then, you know, they seen it, they go, okay, brother, Assalamu alaikum, brother. They know. They know. So when they come up to that orchid and they see that we've been working so hard in our community, and we built the resource, we built appropriately, they gonna holler at us. Excuse me, do you mind if I, can I have some of those apples? Can I have some of those oranges? Can I use this? Can I use that? Can I use this? Of course you can. Now they'll be able to see the hidayah, the guidance, the light. That's how Islam spread around the world. It was not by the sword at all. Nobody can go and look in history and go to Africa and see what Muhammad did in Africa and fought in Africa. Never happened. Can't go to Indonesia. Indonesia is the largest Muslim country in the world. Billion Muslims. They was just going over there to make some money. And they was like, man, these people are fair people. They good people. What motivates them to be like that? I get people on my Facebook out of nowhere that I didn't even know I was friends with. Hey, brother, how do you boom, 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 boom? Because they see it. That's what we got to do. We have to build. We the best community. We got to jump on that. Let's build, make it a stronghold, a safe haven for the people to come to. First and foremost, us, and at large, the community. And inshallah, we can have an impact on the community like it was back in the day. When no people standing on corners pushing dope. Nobody robbing folks and all that. Yeah, people that did it. But it wasn't like Walmart outside. The drugs and stuff now is like Walmart. You just go right down the street and get you some drugs, get some guns, and do some wickedness. You had to know somebody who knew 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 somebody. And that was it back in the day as far as what my folks had told me. Everybody knew a guy that did it, or a few dudes, and there wasn't no. This when me and the brother was riding up here, we was just looking around like, oh, man, wasn't like that. And that's acceptable. Nothing is perfect. But if we could just flip it around, right now it's kind of 80-20 on the wrong side. If we could just flip it around and it'd be 80-20 on the good side, that's cool.
Takbir.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm all right with that. Because then we know that that's not the norm. Now we got a contorted message about what is the norm. That has become the norm. And as far as I've been able to study and see, the Muslims ain't got on, we chilled out a little bit. Whatever it is that's stopping us or that's holding us down, let's get these heads inside of a room and figure out what it is that we have that we can do to make this better. So all the way around the board, hopefully inshallah I hit this all the way around the board. I'm saying this because it's not safe. Not for you, not for me, not for you. Like I told you, I look at my son sometimes, I'm like, I feel the pain of what he's gonna be confronted with when he gets old enough. That scares me, especially for young black men. I know what he's gonna run into. We gotta change that. And don't think that they not listening. Them young boys listen. They know. And even if it's elders who don't have that connection with the brothers my age and a little bit younger or whatever, we can do it. We know the people. We know the people. It'll work. It can work. We can't continue to let it be how it is. That's for sure. That we cannot do. My mother. لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله آمين. أما بعد، فيا معشر المسلمين، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قال الله تعالى في كتابه المجيد: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد، سيدنا ومولانا محمد بعد من صلى وصام. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد بعد من كذا وقام. اللهم صل على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى سائر الصحابة والتابعين وعلى عباد الله وعلى عبادك الصالحين. اللهم أيدي الإيمان على الإيمان والمسلمين. اللهم انصر من صار دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وجعلنا منهم، والخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا واجتنابه. اللهم ثبت على الإسلام. اللهم نوير قلوبنا بنور الإيمان. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجيب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأولى وأعز وجل وأتم وأهم وأكبر. قامت الصلاة.
تكبير. الله أكبر. تكبير. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة. قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. لا إله إلا الله.
Brothers, please stand shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder, brother. Don't be scared to touch each other. We brothers. Pray as if this is your last prayer. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Yes. Amen.
So we got some few announcements, inshallah. I see you. That's all. I was going down the brother.
Alhamdulillah. I didn't want to break up the beautiful spirit in the conversation that was taking place as a result of that spirit, but we'll be able to get back to that. Just want to, first of all, just express my, and I would say our appreciation for Abdul Kabir to consent to be our guest Khatib today. Alhamdulillah. He mentioned my name a couple of times, so I got to respond to that. Well, I got to respond to that because we should know, and many of us probably do, that you can't choose Allah until He first chooses you. So I'm grateful to Allah that He used me as an instrument in order to reach out and open up the heart, the breast of Abdul Kabir, al-Islam. So normally I would make some announcements, but there's someone else that I want to come up and to make announcements. My brother. Yeah, I would say my brother from another mother. Because it's been a beautiful relationship that I've had with his brother, and he's been my brother. He's always looked out for me, and I can say that. So, and he's always looked out for the community. In fact, when I introduced his brother, he would say, well, this brother used to go to Clifton. Yeah, but he was here too. This came up once before, and this brother said, I have dual citizenship. And I'll keep it. So, alhamdulillah, in terms of some other activities that will be taking place this weekend, I'd like to bring before us Brother Nashachak.
Assalamu alaikum. What I want everybody to do first is look around you.
Yes, sir.
Look around you and take a good look at community. I mean, that's what it's about. And when we talk about dual citizenship, you know, Clifton, my home masjid, this is my home masjid. You know, but when we talk about dual citizenship, I mean, we see each other over Clifton, but it'd be four and in between until we go down into the tea section. I mean, the social tea after the Kutbah, after the Juma, and then we sit at tables and we talk to each other. We may say assalamu alaikum, but most of us don't even know who we are. I couldn't call you by name. But here, as Brother Abdul Kabir said, we want a community that's about doing something. This is about legacy. We have 3.49 acres of land right here that's mainly moved by elders. But legacy said that we need youngers. We need those little feet that's out there, right. The folks that scream, talking, the young people. You know, we need all of us together, reaching out like we once did, and believing in each other. You know, I mean, I get emotional. I'm emotional right now because I'm seeing the love that I wanted to have happen when I'm sitting even over at Clifton and people complaining. Complaining about what they ain't doing for us, what they ain't doing with us, what they ain't doing, what we can't do. You know, I was reading a book the other day, and it says that we get treated that way because a lot of times we're acting like babies or children. We've got our hands out asking folks to give us something. So they look at us that way. You know, if we always asking, they always giving, then they put themselves here, and we put ourselves here. That don't have to happen. Right here, Allah has given us everything. I say it all the time, even when I'm sitting down in the tea room over at the social at Clifton, after Juma, that we got everything that we need to do whatever we want to do. And this community, I work with the capacity building, organizational development of residents and public housing. 23 resident councils that we have organized and developed to take control of their own properties that represent 10,800 people. It ain't that they don't know us and they don't want us out there. We're just not there. It's wide open to us. And I'm saying it to say it because this weekend, this is the first day of us elders. I think I've gotten to the point where I can call it elders. I can't prove it by me looking in the mirror, but I mean, with me looking in the mirror, but I think I got to that point. But the elders actually want to have a conversation with the young adults about what is it that we need to do to actually come together as one ummah, one community, and be what Allah has chosen us to be. Because as the Imam said, none of us got here by accident.
That's right.
We all were chosen. And in that choice, Allah had a mission and a purpose for us. Then I read another thing about autonomy and community. So we're out there, and I'm not going to do another Kutbah. I'm going to close it down. But we're all out there learning how to work individually because there's capacities that we have to learn to develop in order to come together as a community so we can use all those individual capacities to actually do the collective work that Allah has put us here to do. A lot of times we get stuck though. Sometimes we get big heads because we got this individual capacity. I'm the best one and on my job and I got all of this and I'd rather take my individual capacity and help that little circle that I may be a part of that's not Islamic, non-Muslim, because that's what I think I'm supposed to do according to the peers, as opposed to bringing that back together. That's what Allah asks us to do so we can actually expand that capacity to bring the one message that this world is looking for. That's us. That's all of us. So, tomorrow, now there's a social, there's a tea after this that sisters have put together so that we can actually socialize with each other. Get to know each other better. Be more than just a face. Start being a name. Start being familiar. And tomorrow, Khutba, which just happened to come from my family, which is my daughter, Camila, you know, is going to have, well, first of all, we're going to have a sit down, 4 o'clock, 4 to 6. We want the young adults and the elders to start talking to each other. Let's find out what we can do together to make a difference and bring us closer together in unity. Find out what our capacities are. What is it that we bring that we need to actually use to make this property glow? Make people look at this property here. And I say this property here because this is what we own.
That's right.
We ain't asking nobody for nothing. We don't need to ask permission. We give permission for this property. So that's why I'm saying here. How we can actually start making this glow. We've got a projection that we want to do. We want to put together at this point a trauma center so we can work with the trauma that our communities are going through, and an entrepreneurship center. So when we take away the trauma, a lot of the reasons that our folks are out there, we can put something back. We can help them begin to develop their ideas, to get their ideas funded, and then also bring to our communities the businesses that's going to make us thrive. So we don't have to go and ask anybody for anything. And we have businesses here. We have businesses here that we should be supporting, and the businesses should be supporting us. So how do we make that happen? How do we make that better? You know, but we want to talk more about what do we have. That's from 4 to 6. And then after 4 to 6, at 7 o'clock, since there's a nice game night that already is established, you want to have game night. We want you to look at this as yours, as long as you respect it as yours. And we honestly believe that people support what they have built. And right now, we're trying to build, no, we're in the process of building a whole new reality. Now, it don't matter what you done heard about that place over there in Westwood, you hear it, and you can find out for yourself. And anybody that know me from Clifton knows that I'm always saying, I don't care what you heard, if you ain't been there, you don't know. You know, I came from that. So I can tell you what I know, but you need to find out for yourself. You know, so you're invited to be a part of this new beginning. You know, Imam Warisi Muhammad, and I'm not afraid to say his name, because that's what gave me on my point after Allah took me through the nation of Islam, that took me from the Black Unity Coalition of Knoxville, where I was firing AK-47s in the middle of the city, and then we ran out of shells. There was no place for us to get them. I'm like, we better look for something else. This is just not working. You know, to the Nation of Islam. That put me on another direction to do for self. which actually, I mean, I understood a lot of that mythology wasn't correct. I understood that, but I know from where I came from, this was the best thing going. Do it for self. I sold the fish, I sold the papers, I took care of my family with all of the industries that were inside of the nation. But when Imam Muhammad came, and he said, it's time for a change. For me, I learned the behavior before I learned the book. When Imam Muhammad came, he put the book with the behavior. You know, and that's what's allowed me to stay here so far. So, from 4 to 6, we want to talk about how do we move forward as a community. Young folks talking to elders, elders talking to the, in fact, most of the elders are being called a listening session because we want to listen. And then we want to do. So that's the biggest thing. A lot of times we talk, we listen, and we don't do. You know, we got a thing that's called the I want to call it the theology of development, but I would have created that right now. So I'm just saying the methodology of development. Okay. That means that you learn while you're doing it. We learn how to make this thing different by doing it. So, and then 7 to 9, we want to play with each other. Now, and we say play with each other, mostly a lot of you are familiar with Kula. Kula has a lot of mind type games, artistic type things that help us think together. You know, help us plan together, help us play together. But then next week, and this is what's real important, next week, on January 4th, we're going to be on that first building. It's called Building 1, the one that you passed when you came up to this building. Now, we've already got some grants out in order to help secure that building and rehab it. But we got to clean it out before we can get to the point where we can rehab it and put the trauma center and the entrepreneurship center into it. And we like that to be something that we all can work on together. We need 21 people that can actually help us, males, females, but I'm calling for the brothers, 21 people to actually be here. Say 9 o'clock, we do a straight 8 hours, we clean that out, and then we start actually putting it together with the community. You know, we talked to the community about that whole trauma center, because they need it here. They need it desperately. And the entrepreneurship center, we've got other funds that are coming to help make that happen. And we're also working on a business that we want to bring our own money. We're through begging. No more begging from any of the brothers and sisters that's sitting in this room from any other community. We are the ones, as the brother said, I mean, I was wiping off tears.
That's right.
But what the brother said, we should be given to ours. We should be the one that have developed the resources and the ability to actually pay for ours. You know, and others who may come and need that help. That's us. So all I want us to do is believe. Tomorrow, from 4 to 6, we're having a listening session. After that, the cooler game night, that's from 7 to 9. And next week, starting from 9 to 5, we really would like you, first of all, are you here, Hakeem? Sign up with Hakeem, because we need to know definitely that you're going to be a part of that process. So we've got dollars that we got to put out front to make sure we got everything that we need to make it a seamless process from the beginning to the end and get it done.
That's it. If you can't be here all day, whatever time you can be here, you know, early morning hours, late afternoon, fine, just show up. You know, get your hands dirty.
Show up to work. And then if you got some friends that ain't got nothing to do that day, bring them with you. But what I want to, in closing, and if you got any more information you need to ask me, answer me. And that was a joke. But in closing, all I want to say is that when I look at this room, and I look at all of you, all of your faces, I know that I got a God. And that God is Allah. I know that. Because this was a thought, what, 4 or 5 weeks ago?
Yes, yeah.
And then it materialized. And then it came about. You know, so I have no doubt that our Allah has something that's designed for us. I don't care how much we try to sidestep it, it ain't gonna happen. It's already done. Stimulate.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. I ain't gonna talk anymore. What Nashid said, that ends what needs to be said. So, alhamdulillah, thank you for being here. Assalamu alaikum.
It was fantastic. Like that. Does that work? There you go. Somebody's cell phone? Somebody's cell phone? So come up tomorrow, sit down with
They not even complete until we end.